Hello, my Taurus family. This is Barb at Mystic Door Tarot, and this is going to be your weekly reading for the week of October 26th through November 1st. Happy Halloween. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you if you already subscribed to my channel. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. And please subscribe and join me each and every day for my quick glance daily readings. Now, just a brief reminder that these are general readings and not everything will resonate with you. So let's get started and see what your cards are indicating. Okay, Taurus, so starting off with your first card, being the Major Arcana card, the World. Your second card, the Ten of Needles. And your third card, the Nine of Presents. Okay, Taurus. And we will be looking at your overall energy and your crystal for the week in just a little bit. Okay, Taurus, so getting back to your first card here. You have the Major Arcana card, the World, which is the last stop on the Fool's journey. So you're completing a major cycle at this time during this week. The World card represents completion. It's the natural end of a cycle or journey for you, Taurus. And the World card represents both endings as well as new beginnings. This is indicating, Taurus, that you've learned the lessons from your current phase of life, and now it's time to move on. So this card is kind of like a victory or a graduation, telling you that you have enough and that you are enough. And looking at the World card in this deck, it does represent the completion of a long, life-changing adventure. Whether this journey has taken you to magical new places, or if you've been more on a personal, internal adventure to self-discovery. So here you are. You've come so far, been through so much, learned so many powerful lessons along the way, Taurus. And with the World card showing up first, it's indicating that you're feeling complete. And this might be a time that you would consider sharing your experiences with others, Taurus. You have the ability to inspire other people. Now, since this is a general reading, this can go off in so many different directions, Taurus. And I'll give you an example. Let's say you're married for a few years, and now you're wanting to start a family. So this is a turning point in your life. You journey down the path of finding someone special to share your life with. You've been married for a few years, and now you're turning the corner and wanting to start a family. So in essence, this is endings and then new beginnings, as you will be ending that period of life where maybe you were single and you got married and you were living as a couple, and now that phase of your life is ending, because starting a family will change your life greatly. So that is your new beginning. And that's just an example of what this card can indicate. This can be in regards to relationships ending and new ones beginning. This can be in regards to your job or career. You might be ending a job that you've done for a long time. Maybe you're entering into a new field. So the World card can pretty much relate to all of you, as something in your life is coming to an end and something new is starting to emerge. And the number 21 of the World card reduces down to 3. And 3 is the number for new beginnings. This is creative success and positive energy surrounding you right now, Taurus. And 3 is the number of the navel chakra, which corresponds with your action, your choice, and your will. So it's up to you, Taurus, as to what you want to do with these new beginnings. Now, the world card is associated with the seventh chakra, and that's your connection to the divine. And that's why when the world card shows up, you're feeling whole and complete. You finished something. You've learned your lessons, and now would be a good time to tap into your higher self. See what messages and guidance are coming down from Spirit at this time. Now, moving on to your next card, Taurus, you have the Ten of Needles, which is better known as the Ten of Swords. And yes, it usually depicts a gruesome picture of 10 swords stuck in someone's back, but the card in this deck is showing these needles all stuck into what looks like a pincushion. So consider these needles your life lessons. And this card is indicating that you're at the end of this long journey of learning through all these experiences. This could have been a long, stressful journey. So this card is indicating completion. And for some of you, this is a definite indication that you've hit rock bottom. You've got nowhere to go but up from here. So for some of you, you might have learned some pretty tough lessons on your previous journey. But that phase or cycle of your life is now over. Now, the other energy with the Ten of Needles is possibly you might be exhibiting self-pity, feeling like a martyr. You might have felt like you made huge sacrifices for others around you and received nothing in return. And if this is kind of how you feel, Taurus, then ask yourself, what do you gain by feeling like this? Because this card is following your world card, letting you know to take the lessons you've learned with you, so don't make the same mistakes again. So for some Taurus individuals, you might have learned some pretty tough lessons on your previous journey. But that's over now, Taurus. Just take what you've learned with you. Now, the Ten of Needles card is actually Gemini's card, so the energy can be one of being independent and free, curious, reactive. But this card is associated with the sun, showing that things are now starting to look up. And it represents your personal drive, Taurus. So for some of you that have had a pretty rough time, this is an indication that you now have the dawn of a new day. This is your new phase of life coming in. And the number 10 energy of the 10 of Needles is the most complete form of the suit's energy. Mastery has been achieved. So it's now time to seek new pursuits, Taurus, as the number 10 reduces down to number 1. And that corresponds with your world card, new beginnings, new pursuits. Now, taking a look at your third and last card here, you have the Nine of Presents, which is better known as the Nine of Pentacles. And this is such a wonderful card for you, Taurus. The Nine of Presents indicates earned rewards coming in, the fruits of your labor, you might say. This is indicating that you got to this spot now by working really hard, acting with discipline, and taking advantage of all that you've learned and achieved. And now you have the Nine of Presents, which is actually Virgo's card, which is an energy that's very organized, intelligent, ambitious, but practical. But such a hard-working energy. This is an energy that sees everything through to the end. And with the number 9 energy of this card, it signifies completion as well. You've got 2 cards here. 3 cards, actually. Endings. And you've got new beginnings. This is a time now to look back over what you've done, see your accomplishments and the lessons that you've learned, and feeling secure to integrate your achievements into your complete vision for your future, Taurus. The Nine of Presents represents material abundance, Taurus. You've worked hard and made your dreams come true, and now you're reaping the rewards of that hard work. And at this time, You now have everything you need with this card. So it's important to set yourself up for a sustained success by managing your income very wisely. But with this being Virgo's card, the tendency and traits will have no problem in setting this up. Now first, let's take a look at your numerology for your reading. And your 3 cards here add up to number 40, which reduces to number 4. And 4 is all about the stability in your life, Taurus. And with the fact that it has a 0 following it, it just amplifies the energy that your reading is indicating this week. You're finishing up a cycle or phase in your life. Might have been a difficult journey, but now you're reaping the benefits of all that hard work and experience and lessons that you learned, Taurus. And your number 4 numerology just indicates that you're creating that stability and financial security for your future. Now let's take a look at what your overall energy card is. And you have the King of Needles, and look who it is. Now this is better known as the King of Swords. And the energy of this king is very commanding and authoritative energy, a very rational thinker. Now this particular king here just cuts through all the information at hand to get to the truth of the matter. So with this being your overall energy to your reading this week, Taurus, you might have an individual that you turn to for guidance, or they show up to help you out this week. Now the King of Swords could possibly be an Aquarian, as this is Aquarian's card, but it could also be another air sign, Libra, or possibly Gemini. As an individual, this can be a very influential individual showing up and might be sharing information that they obtained through cutting through a lot of information at hand. It will be beneficial for you, as it's going to get you to that 9 of Presents card, your just rewards. Now let's take a look and see which crystal your angels and guides have selected for you this week. And you have calcite. So your angels and guides have selected this crystal because their message for you this week is to calm down and just go with the flow. You might be a bit nervous with something ending and then starting off on a new phase of your life. That could possibly be for some of you. It could be quitting one job and starting up a new job. Maybe moving to a new city, a new area. And that's a lot of being out of your comfort zone, Taurus. So your angels and guides are suggesting calcite to keep you calm. And this crystal is excellent to calm your mind through meditation or even by listening to your favorite music. You can also release stress in your physical body through exercise, stretching, walking. And know, Taurus, that when you're calm, your energy just lifts and you're more positive and better able to connect more clearly to the spirit world and your intuition. And remember, the World card here is associated with your 7th chakra, and that's your direct connection with spirit, the divine. And when you're calm, you can also attract and manifest more things in your life, especially if you're open, relaxed, and calm. Now, the crystal calcite shown here, this is shown as a clear crystal, but it comes in many different colors, and each color is associated with a different chakra. It's a grounding stone, which helps you to open up and just go with the flow. So for this week, Taurus, it looks like you might have the help of the King of Swords. Your reading is already showing that you're ending a current phase of your life. The worst is over, and there will be your just desserts at the end, provided You have been disciplined and worked hard along the way. So something new is starting up for you, Taurus. So grab your calcite crystal, be calm, and carry on. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and help support my channel if you haven't already. Please join me for my daily readings or check out my channel for other tarot card readings available. Love and abundance to my Taurus family.